What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, wanted to bring you a practice report here, and this is definitely looking a little, I don't know, man. I mean, there's some stuff here that I don't really like. We're certainly going to figure this out, guys, but before we get into it, I just want to say that this episode is presented by Prize Picks. Be sure to visit the Prize Picks app today and use the code BTJ for a $100 deposit match when you sign up. Guys, we have a practice report here, and there is a couple people on it. We'll go ahead and start from the guys that did have full participation in practice today. Grant Stewart was on there with a heel injury. And also Tyquan Lewis was also on there with a calf and wrist injury, but he was full. So no issues there. Now let's get to the did not practice people. Braden Smith did not practice today. He had a brace around his knee. Remember, he did not practice on Friday. And that was a whole thing, but I don't recall Braden Smith ever not practicing or not ever going down in that game. It could be just a precaution. We do know that Braden Smith has had issues with those knees before, and maybe they're just taking it easy with him because, again, Braden Smith, one of those guys that doesn't really need to practice to get ready for it. But I will say this, if Braden Smith does not go on Sunday, very, very bad for the situation that you're about to be facing, because you're going to have TJ Watt coming at whoever it is that's going to be on the outside. And that is going to be tough. So really hoping that Braden Smith at least can do a walkthrough on Friday and be ready to go. But we will keep an eye on that. Defensive end, Quiddy Pay was down. We saw at the end of that game, we saw how difficult it was for him to get off the field. Didn't really put a lot of weight on it. Looks like it's the quadricep. So it is the quad that he was having a problem with. And I mean, the problem is a lot of times with quads, like it can definitely linger. So I am definitely nervous about Quiddy Pay not being able to play on Sunday. Obviously, if Tyquan Lewis is okay, then clearly you have one edge guy out there. But when you're talking about the rest of it, might mean Latu is going to get full-time snaps on Sunday if Quiddy Pay doesn't go. Definitely going to be an interesting situation for the Colts if he doesn't go. And the other two here, and a couple of these that are very nerve-wracking, Kenny Moore with a hip, and then Chris Lamons with a knee and ankle injury. Both did not participate either. So those are your two nickels right there. So what does this mean for the Colts defense? If neither one of them can go, I don't know who you put there. I don't know who you put in that situation. I don't know what you throw into that. But if Kenny Moore and Chris Lamons are not able to participate, I mean, remember this secondary group is already dealing with so many injuries. And thankfully Jalen Jones coming off a career day. Even Dallas Flowers was a little bit banged up during that game, but obviously not on the practice report here. But Colts don't have a lot of depth, and especially behind Kenny Moore right now. So I hope Kenny Moore is good to go. And if not, I hope Lamons is at least okay to go. Because if not, it's going to be very concerning. I mean, again, this passing attack for the Steelers has not been anything crazy. I mean, honestly, Anthony Richardson has had more success throwing the football, maybe not from an accuracy standpoint, but from total yardage standpoint. more better than Justin Fields has been this year. But, it's definitely a concern for how many guys, especially on that defense, we have to worry about. So that's your injury report, guys. We'll keep an eye out for this. Hopefully we see Kenny, Braden, and Quiddy practicing at some point this week. I'd like to hope. But that'll do it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Thank you so much. And as always, go Colts.